Hello, my name is Mr. Commons and I am the school principal.
Hello, everyone. I hope you had a safe and restful summer. I'm Mrs. Williams-Lawani, proud assistant principal of grades kindergarten through second. Although we have to begin remotely this school year, I want to ensure you that our school team has been working really hard to make sure that great teaching and learning still happens at Anne Frank. I also want you to know that we are committed to remaining connected to our families, so please do not hesitate to reach out. We are here for you. And welcome back.
Hello, Anne Frank family. My name is Mr. Tauber. I'm the assistant principal for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade.
Hi, my name is Miss Smith, and I'm the kindergarten to 5th grade counselor at Anne Frank Elementary. I'm looking forward to working with all the students, families, and staff at Anne Frank for this upcoming 2021 school year. Please do not hesitate to reach out should you need any supports for your child and those in your home. I know this is a difficult time, but again, I'm here to support. I encourage you to access my Counselor's Corner webpage, which has countless resources and supports and will continue to be updated throughout the school year. You can access the Counselor's Corner webpage through the Anne Frank webpage. Again, I'm looking forward to supporting you and your family.
I am Mr. Bach, the Dean of Students at Anne Frank Elementary School. This year, during our remote learning, I will be supporting students in whole group instruction with the teacher. I will be supporting students in small group instruction, and I will also be following students' attendance.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Yerkes, and I'm the school nurse at Anne Frank.
Hi, my name is Mary Ellen Weber. I am the assistant school nurse with Mrs. Yerkes at Anne Frank School. Looking forward to the upcoming school year.
Hi friends, I'm Mrs. Abbott-Ball, and for those of you that don't know me, I'm the reading intervention teacher at Anne Frank. I miss hearing your voices, so I'm going to pop into your classroom and ask you to read for me. Until then, stay safe and keep reading.
Oh, hi. I'm Miss Connie. I am the K-5 general music teacher and also teach the 4th and 5th grade choir. I look forward to making music with you guys. Even though it's online, we can do it.
Hi, I'm Miss Hopkins. I'm the art teacher at Anne Frank. I'm looking forward to teaching you art remotely this year.
Hi, my name is Mr. Hodges. I'm one of the physical education teachers here at Anne Frank. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys, new students, and seeing the old students. So it's going to be a challenging school year, but we can power through it. Look forward to teaching you guys, and we're all learning together and staying safe. Thank you. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Mr. Netterville, and I am one of the physical education teachers at Anne Frank.
Hello, my name is Takia Perkins. I'm the writing teacher at Anne Frank. I look forward to wonderful learning experiences this year. If you need to contact me, please feel free.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Hall, and I teach character education. Character education is where we learn about becoming citizens who respect ourselves as well as others, regardless of our differences. We learn about being kind to others and also to be grateful for the things that we have.
Hi, I am Mrs. Leventhal. I am the science teacher at Anne Frank. I hope everyone has a wonderful school year.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Kazmarski. I'm the library media specialist at the Anne Frank School. I teach library, research, and technology skills to the students. This year, I will also be supporting grades K and 1 to make sure that everybody gets technologically hooked up where they need to be. I will also be coaching the Reading Olympics for grades 4 and 5 in the spring. Thank you. Have a great year.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2021 school year. My name is Mr. Fogelman, and this year I'm teaching grades 4 and 5 technology. For all my students I'm going to have this year, I'll see you in class. Bye now.
Hello, Anne Frank family, and welcome back. My name is Natasha Nasser, and I'm the president of the Home and School Association. I'd like to invite you to join us. It is my hope that together we can navigate these new waters and support our school, teachers, and families. It's just like our motto says, working, striving every day to do the best we can. So in typical Anne Frank fashion, let's take these lemons and make some lemonade. See you September 2nd.
I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it, by Maya Angelou's. What that means for me is that I still have the expectation that Anne Frank Elementary School is the best school in Philadelphia. And that's because we have the best teachers, we have the best kids, and we have the best parents. And the combination of that is not going to change, even though we are now in a virtual world versus the kids coming to school every day. So how will this year be different? When we say different, we mean how is it different from May and June? How is it changing now? Starting on September 2nd, all students are required to be in school every day in this format. So attendance will be taken and it will count for each of the kids each day. Participation, it's not optional. Last year, at the end of the year, the student couldn't get a lesser grade than when they got the second marking period because of the situation we were in. Now, the student earns an A, they get an A. The student earns a C, they get a C. If the student earns an F, they get an F. And then we figure out how we can help them. It's not about the grade, it's about making sure that they learn the material. So we want to make sure of that, but it's not optional. It is required for you to make sure that your students are on each and every day. So we have some new terms this year. And so when I say the students are on every day, they're not going to be sitting on a computer for 8 hours and the teacher's talking to them and the students are expected to learn. We don't do that when they come to school every day. They have lots of different activities that they do each and every day, and it's not just listening to the teacher. We want to make sure that in this new learning, everybody's familiar with the new term. So asynchronous, online assignments in Google Classroom. So all of our work is done through Google Classroom. For those of you who do not know what Google Classroom is, don't worry. We will get, your teacher will get you familiar with it. But there's also other activities. This may include offline activities, which could be completed during this time, such as hands-on and/or paper and pencil activities. It could be doing an online intervention, like First in Math or Lexia or iReady. It could be doing artwork. It could be going outside and doing activities for physical education. It could be practicing reading music. Just because we are on the computer doesn't mean that necessarily that the kids will be on every day. So asynchronous, in real easy terms, they're not in front of a teacher. Synchronous, direct live instruction to the whole group of students or to a small group of students based on instructional need. Every day the kids are going to get on at 8:30 in the morning. That's direct live instruction with their classroom teacher, and in some cases there'll be more than one teacher in the room at a time. It also could mean that we could have a smaller group of students, maybe a group of 5, maybe a group of 10, all meeting together because all the students in that group need help with writing, or we're giving them advanced work. So synchronous on with a teacher, right? Those are the basic two terms. So between 8:30 and 3, they're going to be asynchronous or synchronous. There will be breaks, so that way they're not online consistently all day. There will be a time for lunch. There will be a time for them to just leave the computer for a little while. The other thing that's different is we're going to have a morning meeting in every classroom at Anne Frank. The start of the instructional day is designed to build community in the classroom. I'm very much a believer in welcome the kids in, tell them we care for them, tell them that we're going to take care of them. That looks very different when they're on the computer. So we want to make sure that we still have the sense of community, that they're not alone. They're part of a larger family, the Anne Frank family. So this time is also used to address students' social and emotional well-being. The school district is putting together a curriculum of social emotional learning as well as equity and being culturally responsive learning for all of the students. But we want to make sure that we're taking care of their social and emotional needs and having them be culturally responsive, because we want to grow the whole child. And this is very traumatic for a lot of students to not get to interact with kids on a daily basis. I know you as parents already know. So when are we coming back? You know, I hear all these rumors and I see this school district and this school district. Well, number one, I'll let you know everything. I do my weekly phone calls for a reason. I don't want you to be in the dark. But I can't give you information I also don't have. So what do we know right now? So as of now, the School District of Philadelphia has stated that we will continue distance or virtual learning until November 17th. Why November 17th? Well, November 17th is the end of the first quarter. The school district will meet, as well as our school board, and decide upon this as we make our way through October. You will probably hear the same time I do whether we are coming back November 17th or it will be later, because it will be on the news. Of course, once we find out, I will communicate. Now, communication is going to look a lot different this year. So yes, I'm going to be doing my weekly phone calls. I think it's important to give you those updates so that way I can make sure and stay connected with you, because I'm not going to get to see many of you in our schoolyard every day or after school. And so I want to make sure and have that connection as well. We are going to talk about Class Dojo in a little bit, because we're going to use that school-wide. So I may be posting something on Class Dojo information for you every week. Every day of the week, sorry. The teacher may post every day. So we want to make sure and keep that constant communication, even though we're not seeing some of you like you're used to. We still don't want there to be times where we have information, we're not giving it to you right away, or you be able to ask us questions. So we want there to be that as well. So every year we have a student code of conduct, is how the kids are supposed to behave in school. We have positive rewards in school. It's going to be a little tougher to do that when we're sitting here virtually. Our teachers actually met and talked about what the expectations are for students when we're in the Google Meet, to make sure that they can learn as much as possible. We need your help in making sure that the kids are set up for success. So here's what you can do to help us. Number one, do your best to give your child a workspace that is conducive to learning. I know that can be very difficult, but I think if they had the same space every day, that would be a benefit for them. I have 4 people at home that are all working virtually in my house, and it's hard. I try and make sure that every day that I realize that everybody in my house has a job to do as well. 2, proper attire. Now, we're not wearing uniforms, okay, but we would like all of our kids to have clothes on when they come to our Google Meet. Now, we laugh because, yes, that can be funny. I mean, I'm sure everybody's heard stories about Zoom calls where there's been a couple of mistakes that have happened. So make sure that your kids are dressed, they're in clothes, so that way they don't have an embarrassing moment, because even though it's over a camera, it still can be very embarrassing for the child. And don't forget, parents, even though I know it's in your space, when your child has their computer on, they can see everything behind you as well. Please make sure everybody has proper attire on. Please make sure your child is present and on time for all Google Meets. If class starts at 8:30, we're starting at 8:30. Time is very important because we have a lot of material to cover. Second, we think that's more of a life lesson, being on time each and every day for everything that you have to do. It kind of shows respect for the teacher, and the teacher showing respect for the students. And last, help your child. But please, please, please don't do the work for them. Productive struggle is a good thing. Let the kids struggle a little bit. Not to the point where they cry, but lead them to what they can do. Ask them questions to try and have them give you the answer rather than you give them the answer. If they can do, for example, they have a math assignment and there's 10 problems and they can do 5, have them do 5, and then just send a class dojo message to the teacher. They really struggled and timed out after 5. We don't want assignments to become torture for them. We want them to be able to show that they can complete the work as far as understanding what the math lesson is, not necessarily 10 problems. So just make sure you keep that open line of communication with the teacher, but let your student struggle. Nothing in life comes easy. We know that as adults. It's okay that they may not know something, but it's not okay if big brother or big sister are giving them all the answers. Chromebooks. So some of you may be listening to me and saying, but wait, I still haven't gotten a Chromebook yet. If that's the case, the teacher has either reached out to you or will be reaching out to you the next day. So if you need a Chromebook, we are planning on a Chromebook pickup day at Anne Frank. There's also Chromebook pickup there's an annex at Fitzpatrick Elementary. So it's behind Fitzpatrick off of Knights Road. If there's an internet issue, communicate that with your teacher as well. We can work on that with you. We want to make sure that the kids are set up for success on September 2nd. We don't want a minute to waste. That's why we're trying to do all of these things before school starts, having the teacher contact you, having this information session as well. What if my student can't make it on that day? They're sick or they have a doctor's appointment. Message the teacher. It will be marked as attendance just like any other day. The one thing I do want you to know is if the child's not on the Google Meet, but they can still do the work because they were at a doctor's appointment, they come home and they do the assignment on Google Classroom, that will actually count as them being present. So participation is what we're looking for, but we do understand in this virtual world that there's going to be problems. There may be internet issues where I can't get on at 8:30, but it gets cleared up. I lost power in my house and it gets cleared up in the afternoon. So we want to give you and your children every opportunity to be able to be successful. Construction update. So yes, for those new parents, this has been a 4-year process. We have a $19 million construction project happening at Anne Frank, which they've just broken ground on. This picture is in between our little schoolhouse and our main building. That's where the new building is going to go. So we're going to have a 2-story addition that's going to connect both buildings. They're also going to be refurbishing our main building because that was built in 1961, the little schoolhouse in the year 2000. Actually in 1998, I apologize. They're going to redo this building, new lighting, a new electrical, and do a lot of new things to update Anne Frank because we are overcrowded at Anne Frank. It's coming along very slowly. It'll probably be a 2-year project. And we couldn't be more excited because the sooner they get started, the sooner they get finished.
And I'm going to highlight a couple things for you. One being our website and the other Class Dojo because it'll be our primary source of communication. I'll start with our website. On our website, you'll notice that we have a distance learning resources tab. That's very important to receive information regarding virtual learning for this school year. Also, technology and internet support because it serves as a great resource should there be a case of internet trouble or needing help with your equipment. First, we have our tech support number here and also our family tech support email address. So I would save those to your mobile phone in case you should need those. Also, if you go down, there's more details on how to receive free and low-cost internet. The other thing I wanted to bring your attention to is our Google form. It's located in 2 spots. You can either get to the form by clicking here, right front and center of our webpage, or you can get to the contact form right under parents, and I'll show you what that looks like. So this contact form should be completed for each child, and it gives us information about the best email and phone number to reach you so we can put it in Class Dojo just to ensure that you are receiving school messaging. And not only will you be able to receive school messaging in Class Dojo, you will have the opportunity to message Anne Frank staff members. And here's Class Dojo. This is an example of a classroom, and here on the home page, you'll notice messages from your child's teacher. And also, if you click on this messages tab, here is where you'll be able to contact our different staff members, including your child's teacher, our dean, Mr. Bach, our counselor, Ms. Smith. And also, you'll notice over time that the specialty teachers will also be on this list in case you need to contact a specialty teacher. So it's a really great way to stay connected. If you have to update an email address or phone number, please do fill in the contact form so we can receive that information. On our website, we'll also have a tutorial on Google Classroom. We have a great team at Anne Frank that will also post resources for Google Classroom on the tab. I know there's been a lot of information that's been coming out, but please be assured that we are here to help you, and we will keep our website updated with information, and feel free to reach out on Class Dojo if you have any questions. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to talk to you guys all about a few very important things. We're going to talk about meal distribution, schedules, and translation services. So meal distribution. The School District of Philadelphia will be providing meals for students this year if you so choose to accept that. Students can pick up 5 breakfast and 5 lunch meals every Thursday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. noon at Baldy Middle School. Please check our website throughout the year. If there are any changes made by the School District of Philadelphia, we will update that information on our website as well as send a message out on Class Dojo. So I know a lot of you are very anxious to know about what your child's day is going to look like. It's going to look a lot different than things did in the spring. The way that the school year is structured is that students are expected to be in school from 8:30 to 3:09. That doesn't mean that they're going to be sitting in front of their computer all day long. There are some breaks that are scheduled throughout the day. This is a sample schedule of what your child's day might look like. As you can see, from 8:30 to 9:40, this child in the sample schedule will be doing some activities in a whole group. So their entire class will be on a Google Meet with their teacher, and they will be doing either literacy or math lessons during this time. There will also be what's called a morning meeting at this time, where the teacher and the students will engage in some community building activities. From 9:40 to 9:50, there's a little screen time break here. And then there is time from 9:50 to 10:50 for the teacher to do small groups. So if your child gets ESOL services, they may get pulled out for an ESOL group here. They may do what's called a guided reading group, which would be a small group, lesson with their classroom teacher. If they receive special education services, they may get pulled out during these times right here. So during the small group, the entire class will not be all together. Then there's a fairly long lunch and movement break here from 10:50 to 12:05. We can't forget how important movement is for our children because they will be doing a lot of time sitting in front of the computer or working just at home. It's very important that they get a chance to move around to get them ready for learning in the afternoon. The schedule then kind of repeats as it did in the morning, where there is some time for whole group, some small group time, another break, and then another whole group time. So with our 3 whole group times, we're looking at time for literacy, time for math, and then time for either science or social studies. Writing will be embedded throughout the day. And then you see at the end of the day, there's a block called asynchronous learning. Asynchronous learning may be taking place during some of these other blocks during the day too. Asynchronous learning is when your child is doing work that's not in front of the teacher, where the teacher isn't on a Google Meet instructing the student. Rather, the teacher may give a video for the students to watch for them to complete some work. It may be an independent writing assignment, or it may be a computer-based learning program such as First in Math. For our families that do need translation services, although the apps like Class Dojo that we will be using do translate in writing, we do have what's called BCAs, Bilingual Counseling Assistants, to help aid all of you that do need support. We have a Russian BCA, Miss Svetlana, and as you can see, her email address is on the screen. We have a Malayalam translator. Her name is Mrs. Abraham. We have a Chinese and Mandarin translator, Miss Wu. I did skip one, I'm going to go back. We have a Ukrainian translator, Mr. Labunka. We have an Albanian translator, Mr. Papaj. We have an Arabic translator, Mrs. Hiba. A Spanish translator, Mrs. Torres. And an Uzbek translator, Miss Payun. Please feel free to reach out to any of the BCAs if you do need support. We are here to help you, and we want to make sure that language is not a barrier for our connection.
Last but not least, each year we have to do a parent-family engagement policy. It's usually something we hand out. It is available on our website as well as the School Parent Compact. Both are posted for you to go over. We try and post everything to our website so that way it's a one-stop shop for you. And so that way, if you need to know something, it'll be there, like our supply list and our policies and who to contact if you need, like our counselor. But I thank you so much for partnering with us, for entrusting us with your most prized possession or possessions. I know that even in this space, this is going to be a phenomenal year. You're going to get to absolutely adore your child's teacher or teachers, and we are here for you. So if you have anything that you need, please feel free to ask. This can be done right through Class Dojo. Thank you.